All right, let me make sure.
Okay. Hi, everybody. We had some technical difficulties, so sorry we had to restart this link. But today we're going to talk about Erin's kind of doing a pilot 2B mindset, really small mentor group. And then we're just going to touch base about Transform 20 and then get you back to your life. So
All right. So yeah, so I, as you guys know, started this 2B mindset. I just jumped in because I really wanted to try to figure out a way to better work with 2B mindset people, because we've talked about it's such a fundamental program. It's very different than what we've been doing just in our traditional challenge groups and getting people on their fitness and kind of just, gently guiding them. It's a lot more involved. And so I wanted to see what I could do with it on in a small group setting. So I started this mentorship. I have 4 people in my one group, and I have one person I'm working with separately, and I basically just post the same information to her that I post in the other group. And I have been I've been doing substance like 2 days a week. I have, whenever I've put together those posts, I've copied them into the post in Dropbox. And basically what they are, I've gone through the just the certification program and the workbook that we had for that. And if you guys have looked at what I've posted, like one of them was why water, one of them was veggies most, why veggies, or whatever, kind of same thing. And I just went through the language that she presented in the certification that had it had some of the information as to why water is important. Studies show that whatever. I mean, I just pretty much took the conversation from the mentorship just to give them some information. And then also I added in there the objections. When we went through the certification, Alana had, these are the objections that you're going to get about water. And I actually just addressed them with them up front. But I can't drink that much. I have to pee too much. I don't like water. And I just addressed them. And I just wrote after that the comments that she had provided to us, the responses. So I just kind of took it proactively and addressed those. So I've done water, and I've done veggies. And today I'm going to do one on the scale, and I have to do one on tracking. I haven't decided if I'll do all of those this week, or I also want to do one on the 5 types of hunger. That was something that Allie had presented in her video that we were kind of getting this information from to start this group. And just getting people aware. What are their triggers? Is it visual? Is it the smell of food? What is their what are their triggers? And so I'm trying to give them substance 2 or 3 days a week, but then the rest of it is just kind of having a conversation with them. How's it going today, guys? I did a post over the weekend on Saturday morning and said, all right, here's the deal. For whatever reason, my scale has gone up every day. Well, I know what it is, partly because I just I've been a little bit just off every day. And so my scale has just been going up, and I'm like, okay, here we go. Saturday morning, I refuse to let the weekend get away from me, which we all can do. We can all be real good Monday through Friday. I refuse to let 2 days go by and just blow them off and have to start over on Monday. So here we go. It's Saturday morning, and I'm holding myself accountable to all of you right now. And I will be posting every picture of my meals throughout the course of the weekend. And I would like for you guys to do the same thing. But I totally put it on me. It was me. It was this is real, people, because, the thing is like, oh yeah, but you got it all figured out. Oh, you already know how this works. So you don't have any struggles. You don't deal with us. And so I just said, I need to rein it in. And if I don't hold myself accountable to you, I'm going to let the weekend get away from me. And so here we go. And it was 100% selfish in that I just needed that accountability. But guess what? I did better, because there was no way I was going back and telling them. I wasn't taking pictures of crap to send to them when I'm trying to be their mentor. So it really did keep me on track. I had the results on Monday morning, and they all engaged also in taking pictures. Some took pictures, some talked about their challenges with going out and I've got to deal with the situation. Literally people sending me messages from the restaurant, like, what should I eat? Yeah. how do I deal with Mexican food? What's the best thing on the menu? And it's fun because other people have been engaging in that too. I like to eat this when I go out to that kind of a restaurant or.
There's a video for that.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. And same thing. I had one the other night and she said, okay, I'm reaching out to you guys, but this is the accountability it's happening a little bit. She's like, I'm reaching out to you guys because right now, I want nothing more than to go through my pantry and like binge. And so all of us were like, have a hot cup of tea, go distract yourself, go do something else, and just a number of different things. And she messaged back, hot tea sounds good, gonna do it. So the next morning, people were like, how did it go? What's up? She's like, oh my gosh, that totally worked. That was such a great idea. Thank you guys. Thanks mostly for being here. So it's kind of different when it's just 4 people. Like I said, my one concern is I try not to overpost in there because my fear is they see like 65 posts of people going back and forth and smiley face and thumbs up and whatever. So I try to like really minimize that. But I still want to encourage the discussion between them. And I get a couple girls who aren't checking in regularly, but they are there and they will jump in and say, hey, I haven't checked in for a few days, but I'm here, loving your posts. So I feel like even though, we're a couple weeks preseason and a couple weeks in, I feel like we're still all engaged, which I did not find to be the case with a lot of my people in the big giant group. So anyway, I like it. Oh, hang on just one second, Tracy. I really like it. And for right now, I'm going to continue. My plan is to continue this and do the same thing again next month hopefully with 5 new people, or potentially, if there's 10 people, maybe 2 groups of 5 is kind of what I'm thinking. But I also saw that Allie, thanks Tracy for sending that update. Allie had posted in that conversation, that video, that she's also changing her format. She's thinking 4 weeks is better. And I have to completely agree. And 4 weeks is a lot. 4 weeks is a lot of base, it's a lot of foundation for them. And at some point, they're going to go fly.
Can I ask some questions?
Yes, please.
First of all, did you give them a timeline to watch all the videos?
Yeah, so we had some confusion at the beginning because I had set them up in the mindset group and said, here's the units, and I want you guys to start working through them. Well, if they started looking at the units, they would have realized that she was telling them to go watch this video and go watch this video. So they were all there and they were commenting on, like, I could see them like popping up on pictures and things and my meals, but they weren't doing that. So then we did get to day 1 or 2 and they're like, oh, I thought we were just looking at 1 video a day. And I'm like, no. So I'm like, here, totally my fault, my confusion. I should have been more clear. I think I updated that in the guidelines. I may or may not have, but I said to them, okay, here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to go through, it's about, I counted up, it was like 2 hours worth of time and go through videos. It was like, 1 through 11 or something.
Within the first week or the first?
Well, we tried, so we started like on Wednesday, or it was kind of funny because it happened over Thanksgiving. So we started like that Thanksgiving week. And my thought was that we would have gone through the videos before we started daily accountability on Monday. But I found that come Monday, they hadn't they still didn't even know what some of the concepts were, like played it.
Yeah.
So I think that they should have you can at least, I think, suggest go through like videos. I think it's like 1 through 11, which is like getting through plated, right? Yeah. FFC, protein, whatever, and then the plated. And then maybe after that, okay, let's go through the restaurant one. Let's go through the.
And would you continue doing Messenger or would you do a Facebook group?
I kind of like the Messenger. I think it's with the biggest fear is, like I said, people over posting there, right? I just don't want people to get bogged down with notifications, but I don't know that they would all be posting in Facebook. I think the Messenger is easier, and they are posting pictures. So at this point, I kind of like this format. I think it seems less intimidating than a Facebook group.
And what about like why not, if we do a 4-week or 30-day, like why not use the posts that are in the back office that they had already
we could
suggested?
Yeah, we could. But those were all in units, right?
Not all of them. I
Not
think
all.
it was just like 2 weeks or something like that.
Okay.
If I remember, I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at it, but I just remember talking to them about just get through prep week with that, and then I wanted them to focus on the videos.
Right.
I think if they got one post a day, that's different, right? They can look at one post a day,
Yeah.
and versus to simultaneously go through all those posts and do the videos.
Yeah. And so I had said to them too, like, ignore. Here's the deal. I'm going to put you in this mindset group. All I want you to do is go to units. I don't want you to even look. I mean, you're welcome to engage in the rest of the group, but I don't even want you to go there. Don't feel like you have to, because it's intimidating. So yeah, I think we probably could get started off more in a better way, but you know, it was okay because we were all talking through it and they were all connected. But it was funny as they started asking questions. I'm like, we haven't watched the videos.
Because with you talking about why water, why veggies, that sort of thing, I mean, I know there's more depth of knowledge there, but if we used Alana's posts, do you think that would be enough? I mean, I'm just trying to think of, we don't really need to create this. It has been done for us, you know, so.
No, I agree with you. The only thing is but once I've typed up, I mean, I literally gone in and typed up the notes on those 2 sections and I just copied it and pasted. It's in the document. It's in our Word document now. Like now, no one's ever going to have to do that again.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys use it, you go cut and paste and drop it.
And
I like the content. I like the objections. I like
for sure.
Some of those things before they raised them.
And that's the thing that you can do if you were to start a class. Like that's the kind of things that you can discuss in the class, you know?
Yeah. I know. So I kind of hit them proactively. And then as they've raised the questions, then I can address them. But I decided to address them proactively rather than, waiting for those comments to come in.
And those objections would be awesome just to post online, you know, just to add value to just your general Facebook people to kind of lure them in. Because I actually had a conversation with someone who really wanted a weight loss goal and was struggling with water. And I finally said, listen, I'm asking you to drink 1 more bottle of water. It will help you lose weight. Like what? I mean, I'm not asking you to work out for 30 minutes. I'm asking you to drink more water. So once I kind of said it like that, it was sort of like, I think I'll choke down another bottle of water, you know? So
better than exercise. Yeah.
Right.
But you're right. And I actually need to probably do that as I start promoting for next month's group. I need to start probably posting those, for more information like this, contact me about my next mentorship group. And using some of those. I mean, so the studies, even just some little, she's only got like brief little lines from the studies. Do you know that people who drink more water lose more weight, whatever?
Mm-hmm. And you can even, what would be really credible is find that study and put the link right there.
Yeah. And the studies are here. The studies, she gives us that information.
Right. But to put in your post. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So are you going to continue calling it a mentorship?
Yeah, I think so for now. I mean, unless somebody comes up with something more brilliant. I kind of like the idea. I guess from watching Allie's video initially, it was just showing that I've taken the time to go through this extra training and that I could mentor you in it.
But because I see it as you're the mentor and you're just teaching them the 2B materials.
Oh, and so
that's my whole, I never really kind of like a mentorship. So then they're going to be a mentor at the end of this. I'm like, no,
but just, I don't know. I guess it just depends on how it's kind of semantics, right? On mentoring them through the program is kind of my thought on it.
Okay.
I don't know. I like it. I'm actually really happy with it. I've got my one gal, the one gal who's a great gauge because she literally has resisted me for 3.5 years, wanted nothing to do with anything and just absolutely like refused. And it's so funny. She's just so darn stubborn. And so when she finally just like, all right, what do I need to do? And I said, I hope you don't feel like I've bullied you. She goes, I can tell you no. I've been telling you no for a long time. She's like, I'm in. She's down 5.5 pounds and she's super excited. And she's so funny because she's such a negative Nelly, and she's even telling me, she's like, I'm actually really liking this. Like, I'm not hungry. I've never done something where I've just not like felt like I was starving. But don't tell anybody I said that, because, I don't want to like anybody to think I'm soft or nice. So funny.
Oh, you broke her.
I know. And I tell you what, she is like, I have a lot of people that I feel like hinging on her. If Sharon can do it, so it's kind of funny. But anyway, I'm really pleased. I mean, I'm pleased with this group. I feel good about it. I feel like it's kind of a good place. It's kind of fun for them. There's 2 of us in Texas and two of them, well, yeah, 2 of them in California. So we have to be careful in terms of timing of posts and stuff, because sometimes the one gal and I start talking and the other ones are still sleeping. And but no, so far so good. So I love anybody else when you guys jump in and decide to do something. Let's continue to collaborate.
Can I ask one more question? Sorry, I don't mean to monopolize this, but when you do a post in Messenger, is it like a scroll so long? I just kind of worry about
a little bit, but I only do that. Like, we haven't had any conversation yet today, so I wouldn't mind going in and dropping that information. They've all commented like, thanks, great information when I've done that. I mean, it's, it is what it is. Read it when you can. But yeah, it's a little bit longer, and I do try to break it up into paragraphs so that it doesn't all just read as one giant long thing.
Yeah.
I type it in Word first, and then I copy it and paste it.
Oh.
And just FYI, if you ever are going to do a post in Messenger and then you want to copy and paste that content back to Word or back to wherever you're saving it, it's kind of a pain, because it picks up all of the format. Like, it picks up that blue content formatting from Messenger, and then it drops it into the document, and you have this big blue paragraph. So, not a huge deal. I figured out how to get it out, but it's, I figured out easier ways to do it than that. So anyway, I think as we all kind of play with this and see what works, and maybe, just tweak it. And when you start a group, Tracy, and you see how it works, and, we can even make notes in there about, I should do that, probably set it up like maybe a column that says notes, this post worked, this post bombed, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
That'd be good. Anyway. All right. Amethyst. Kendra, you guys want to talk about?
Hold on one sec.
Yeah.
So I started mine last week. So thank you for all of the work that you put into that, Erin, because I've used some of it. So I really appreciate it. I'm doing mine in a text thread, just as an aside. I'm not doing it in Messenger.
Okay.
And then I asked everybody to introduce themselves and put a picture of themselves and their families, because I know them all, but I realized none of them know each other. So it's kind of awkward. Like, they don't even know whose number is whose name.
Right.
So that was helpful to have everybody show pictures.
Yeah.
And every single person in that group has not contributed to the Facebook page almost ever. So it's great that they're checking in. So that's awesome. My question, and I finally listened to the Ali Dar, and that was super helpful.
Right.
Video. What do we do after? Like, I don't remember her saying, like, I knew she was talking about, like, hopefully they'll want a coach or whatever, but what do you, like, you're like, okay, bye, and then you're done, or put them
you know what, I kind of imagine I'm gonna, I think, get to a point at the end of the 4 weeks and say, we all had agreed to be here for 4 weeks, and you guys are doing awesome, and this is where we are, and this person's down this much, and let's continue to have a conversation. I will not continue to post new content here, but I'm happy to keep the thread open if they want to continue to have a conversation amongst them, because they're starting to have some, they're starting to connect a little bit, and they want to continue the 5-person. I don't care. I'm perfectly happy to do that. I think I just won't add new content because I can't do that.
So what if we put them in the mindset group, that big group? Because after 4 weeks,
they are there. And so that's what I would encourage. Yeah. I mean, definitely, you are part of this group. You will continue your journey here. I will continue to post my meal plans there and share.
Amethyst, did you put your group in there too?
they've been in it for a long time.
Oh.
So new clients, they were just, I'm still trying to figure out like how to get people to interact. So I said, let's try this. Who is willing to commit to this? And then these 4 girls said yes. And so this is my first time trying it. But I mean, again, they were not checking in. They've been in it for a long time. So now they are. So it seems like this is the better route.
Yeah, I had, that's what I tried to do in November. And for a few people it worked and other people it didn't. So
That's
I
always
obviously
going to be the case, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a gal, just FYI, this is really important. I have a gal, Lynn Kniveton, who has been a part of our groups for a couple of years now, probably, Beth Ann. I just saw a couple days ago, she bought 2B Mindset. She didn't ask me, nothing. She just reached out and bought 2B Mindset. And so I reached out to her and I told her, I said, I'm doing this mentorship. I would love, I'd love to see that you're doing that. She goes, I think I'd really like to do that because I'm going to be honest with you, the exercise part's just not working for me. She's been in our group for 2 years, right? And on and off and on and off. And she's been in, I don't know how many groups she's been in.
A lot.
I just need to come at this for my nutrition. I'm like, great, let's do that. So that needs to be a post too. That needs to be something that I keep on sharing. And that's my own fault. I totally know. Like I've always paired the two because in my head, they've always been paired. I've always exercised when I needed to lose weight.
Well, and that's the thing that you can, acknowledge to them when they're feeling kind of defeated and they're saying that the exercise doesn't work. It actually did do a lot of the work that fitness gives people. It's just you can't see it. Like I used to tell my clients, I'm like, if you were transparent and there would be numbers of like what your blood pressure is, what your cholesterol level is, what your triglycerides, you would be able to see, oh yeah, that really helped me, but that's not the case. Right. So it's a way that you can still make them feel good about the work that they did, even though they didn't get the results that they wanted from it.
Right.
Just to kind of keep it a positive spin and already start making them feel good about the choices that they've made and not wasted time and that kind of stuff.
Hey, one more I wanted to add, I'm sorry, real quick. I did require everybody to do the 2B Mindset and Shakeology. And I had one of my gals, my same gal, my one who's giving me grief, absolutely resisted Shakeology. But that's been her biggest thing for 3 years is like, I don't want to try Shakeology. And finally I said, look, I'm requiring it of everybody in my group. If you do not want to do it, I will still mentor you. I mean, she's a friend of mine from church. I've known her for years. But I finally said, but just so you know, everyone else in the group is doing it. I totally just laid it down for her. And she's all, okay, fine. I'll go ahead and I'll sign up. And I'm like, I'll help you cancel. Just try it. 30 days. Okay. So she's now sending me messages. I actually really like chocolate Shakeology. I know. So I don't ever feel bad saying to people, give it 30 days. Just try it. It's cheaper than buying it separately anyway. Just try it. And you guys, we have to remember that the product speaks for itself. We don't have to beat them up with it's so good for you. It'll da-da-da-da-da-da. I feel like just try it. And then I just don't even say anything. And every single person in the group is loving how Shakeology fits into their life. My Spartan gal, she's like, I never ate breakfast before. This is fantastic. Think about what a difference that'll make just in her own fitness journey. She's eating breakfast every morning. So anyway, I am going to insist on that piece because I think they have to invest in, make a commitment to it. So anyway, Beth Ann, you had a question.
Yeah. Are all of you doing 2B right now? Everybody?
You mean practicing it ourselves?
Yeah, I am. I'm back to it, Beth Ann.
Yes, but I'm not going to lie. The treats have derailed me the last couple days and it's shown up.
But that's okay. That's still practicing the program. That's
It's so crazy. At Thanksgiving, I lost weight and it's amazing because I totally enjoyed myself. I'm still trying to process it. I totally enjoyed myself, but I'm really looking back at my tracker, like what did I do different? Well, I just didn't, I enjoyed myself, but I was aware of my sugar. It was minimal, but I totally veggies and water and too much sugar and not enough of the balance of veggies these last this last weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's really fascinating. It like gets me all excited and fascinated trying to figure it out. It's like such a nerd. I feel like a total to-be and nutrition nerd.
Yeah, like Tracy.
I know. Tracy totally inspired me. I could just like nerd out on this stuff all day now.
The thing is that's getting me that I've really noticed is the sugar. I can't do, I mean, I had a couple, we did a birthday party, and then on Thanksgiving, I did way too much dessert. I felt hungover, like literally hungover.
Yes.
I'm like, I didn't even get
And Amethyst and I have talked about this a ton, but like I don't feel the greatest, but I still like the next day or the next day in the afternoon, I forget all about that. And I'm all, oh, that looks so good. It's just like this downward spiral. And then I reflect and I'm like, it doesn't really taste that good when I'm eating it. So I just need to put the fork down.
So I would encourage you to hold yourself accountable to us, to other people, to your people that you're mentoring. Because when I said to them, I'm going to hold myself accountable to you this weekend. Like there was no way I wasn't going to go eat crap and then have to come back and tell them.
Okay, so I need to. I'm going to put you guys in a little thread. But Tracy, here's something that's I've been wondering. Like my brain goes back to how I remember that stuff used to taste. Mm. But it really, if I really reflect on it, it really doesn't taste that good anymore. But I keep wanting it to taste like it did and satisfy me like it did before I began to eat so much healthier years ago. But I
agree.
Still go back to that. Isn't that interesting?
I did that at the holiday party.
It's been proven to be an addictive substance. You know,
it's like crack.
Dopamine is, triggered, and the more you have it, the more you need it. And so I think behaviorally, this is my cookie debacle last Friday. I just went back to, this is how I used to eat cookies. So like Thanksgiving, love pumpkin pie, only have it once or twice a year. So I have it, but it was like easy for me to like maybe not eat the whole crust, or, I just was in a good place then. But for some reason, baking, touching, all of that that's involved with baking cookies and then having them straight out of the oven, like sometimes there's certain things, it's easier to have none than one.
Yeah, for sure.
So pumpkin pie, slice of pumpkin pie, that's good. That was fine. But one or two cookies when I still have like 2 more dozen to bake.
Yeah.
Didn't work out. And that I felt like crap the next day. Exactly like Erin said.
And these are like the things like my daughters love to bake. Like these are recipes that for me have been passed down from like my grandma to my mom to, it's like such a holiday experience. Our baking and fudge and stuff that I don't have like any other time of year, that I'm all, oh, but it's okay. And then you're just like, bleh. And it just downward spiral of, oh my gosh, I want more. Well, and the only way I don't eat it is if it's out of the house.
Yeah, sugar begets sugar. I mean,
Literally, it's so crazy.
You want it the next night and the next night.
Well, especially, go ahead.
Well, one thing I just wanted to add, I had a plan of I was going to drink my shake while I was baking, and I didn't do it.
Good strategy.
And I think that sweetness and make like a really holiday-ish, a real special recipe for your Shakeology. I think that could just keep you from it. Or maybe you could just keep it to one. You have to know yourself and your history. But I was kind of kicking myself of, I wonder if I had actually done my plan, if it would have been more successful.
Yeah. Well, trial and error. So next time, try that.
Yeah.
Let us know. For me, and Kendra, I know this is you too. It's chips and salsa. We were at a couple of tailgates, and they're like, "Oh my God, you have to try these chips. They're so good. They're like crack. They're so good." I'm all, so why would I want to have one? Because I know myself. I can't. I mean, literally, they're like, people are so funny because they're like, "Oh, you're so good. You're not having one." I'm all, or you're not having any. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I can't stop if I start.
Right?
So it's better just not to start. And then they go, Oh, okay. But anyway, all right. Should we jump into Transform 20 a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we talked a little bit about this last week about posting, promoting, answering questions. Amethyst, go ahead. You haven't said much today. Go ahead. What's worked for you? What's not worked, or what's working? What's not working? How are you approaching it? What have you found this last week since we talked last week?
Yeah, I would say, I find interestingly, like getting almost no likes on my Facebook posts, by the way, like my fitness ones. You post a football one, getting 100,
Right.
conversations going. So the good thing is, people are actually seeing your posts. They're just not interacting with the fitness one. So I'm just posting. So I wouldn't say I'm getting a lot of interaction from the posts, but most of my clients who purchased Transform 20 are current clients who already know that our fitness programs work, who love Shaun T. And so it's a great opportunity for them to get an inexpensive bag of Shakeology or an inexpensive Recover and Energize in addition to the step. And
Whoops.
Oops, did she freeze or did I?
She did. Oh, frozen this Amethyst. I want to know, I know Amethyst posted a video, I don't know if she can hear us or not. She posted a video in our coach page about ways to present.
Yeah.
Because that's part of my challenge. People are reaching out to me like, okay, I want to do it. And it's kind of hard to say, here's this $194 package that's like an accessory package,
Yeah.
It's them getting their Shakeology and their step and the digital release for $194. It's like, yikes. So I'm having kind of a hard time presenting it. And I have people that want to buy Transform 20 and they don't want anything but the program. So I haven't so far. Here's another whole train of thought. I have a brand new client reached out to me last week and I had to send her links to what to sign up for. I ended up encouraging her to go the 2B Mindset challenge pack route because she and her husband, they're newlyweds. And I just said, that'll be such a great tool for you guys to learn this 2B Mindset lifestyle, early on as you're learning as a couple to eat and blah, blah, blah. I didn't think Transform 20 would be a good fit for her in January. I think she's better off doing the 2B Mindset. And come April, she can try 16 programs between now and April. And then come April, she could jump into Transform 20. But I didn't feel any urgency to get her into Transform 20. So
that's great, Erin. That was good.
And the thing
because you're fitting the right program with the people. It's not that you're selling. As much as we all love Shaun T, not everybody is ready.
I thought it was the opposite reaction. If I steered her that way and she started with Transform 20, she'd be like, these people are nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Erin, I did the same thing last night talking to a new client who's signing up today. I said, here's your choices and this is what I want you to think about, right? Because here's the other thing is that Shaun T talks about the fact that you can get 2B, like you can either do 2B or you can do containers. But the reality is I don't believe there is a 2B challenge pack with Transform 20.
No.
So you then have to do Transform 20. Then you have to spend another $100 on 2B.
And the entire nutrition guide is all containers. Everything is about containers. There's one page in the back where it says, and if you want to do 2B Mindset,
buy that program separately.
It's a whole separate, it's different.
Yeah.
But that could be the thing that, March, you do 2B Mindset and then Transform 20 when it comes out in April. But that would be nice for them to incorporate a challenge pack with that together.
Right.
Maybe that's their plan,
Yeah, come April. Who knows? I think they're still trying to figure out the the 2B Mindset fit, obviously.
Exactly. So I just, like they said, this lady we've been talking and she's just like, she's got a new job or she's going after a new job. She's just like, I feel like this 20 minutes, maybe I can do that. And so all of a sudden I just pump brakes and I go, hold on. What if we wait till Transform 20 comes out on regular Beachbody On Demand, but you get the nutrition one the nutrition challenge pack with the workouts that are already there. So if you find that there's time to work out and you want to add in workouts on the weekends, but you're starting this crazy new job that you're already saying that is going to be crazy, what if you focus just on the nutrition and you could actually get results? And she was like, oh my gosh, okay, let's talk about that tomorrow when I get ready to sign up. Let me think about that. But I didn't really know that you could just focus on nutrition and not working out, because I've always done them together and I have felt like a failure because I'm not working out.
Right.
So it was a really great conversation and a great option to be able to offer that.
And I have a video, Kendra, so I sent my gal the video that I have made on my YouTube if you want to use it, or if you want to do your own, that just says.
Can you send it? Can you message me the link?
Yeah, I'll post it in the group.
Okay.
It just says my thoughts on To Be Mindset. And it just says, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've always paired the two. And until I, recently done this extra certification, I finally in my brain having to uncouple the two. And so I think everybody comes at the same, we all think about the same way. We've all paired, fitness in there. So I think that's important. And then you can send that over to her. I just sent, so I didn't have to go through the whole thing with the gal. I just said, here's a little video on that. It reminded me of something else, but I don't remember what it was. By the way, really quickly, I want to show you guys. You see my new sweatshirt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got the guy's sweatshirt. This was the October.
Oh yeah, mine hasn't arrived yet.
Yeah, the different tiers.
Although I just got a big box. Did it come in a big box?
The sweatshirt came with the bottle, and then that gold board came in a separate box.
Okay, that's all. That's like.
And then my step came, and then our performance line came. I mean, we've had Beachbody boxes coming like every single day. I'm like, and there's my whole paycheck. Kind of funny.
I'm still waiting on my package for Transform. I got my beach bars because I ordered those, but I haven't seen it yet. So
yeah, my package just came, and it came They came separately.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I want to make sure. Okay.
Yeah, the step came separately.
Okay.
So anyway, I think, you know what, even if it's just a matter of us continuing to do it and show up, come April, there's a lot of people who are just saying, I can wait till April, especially at Christmas time.
That's what I did for Left 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you know what, all we can do is keep showing up, doing it ourselves. I'm going to go do the workout now.
Well, I thought it was released at 4:00.
Oh, no, these guys have already done it. And I saw it on there this morning.
Really? Because I looked this morning, it wasn't there.
Well,
and then I looked.
Because I went in and checked and took a picture of it.
Really? Okay, I'll check again. Maybe it just wasn't up when I was up.
Yeah.
I did mine this morning.
Okay. Did you do the 20-minute one?
Yeah, I didn't do the other one, but maybe I will later.
Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. I'm going to try to do 20 minutes. So,
Is
all right,
that-
guys. I think the more we dialogue, I think the more we have these conversations, the better off we are in all of us trying to adapt to what we're doing. So I appreciate it.
We're going to get cut off. Way to go, ladies. See you next week.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.